Seniors, I need you to pay close attention to what I am about to say. Your legs may be losing circulation right now, and the troubling reality is that you might not even be fully aware of it happening. That familiar sense of heaviness in your lower limbs, the numbness that creeps in unexpectedly, the way your walking has slowed without any obvious explanation. These are not simply the unavoidable consequences of getting older. These are signs of compromised blood flow. And what if I told you that one simple oil, used in the right way at the right time, could begin supporting better circulation starting today? Stay with me, because what I am about to reveal could genuinely change the way your legs feel beginning this very day. If you are over 60 and you regularly experience dizziness when you rise from a seated position, cold feet even when the ambient temperature is perfectly comfortable, or heavy and fatigued legs during the evening hours, please do not continue dismissing these as routine aging. These are not normal. They are urgent communications from your blood vessels, signaling that they need support. My name is Dr. Berg, and today I am going to walk you through 7 oils that research has connected to cleaner arteries and meaningfully improved blood flow, supported by natural mechanisms, not pharmaceutical intervention. But here is the piece that most physicians will never bring up during a standard appointment. When 2 specific oils from this list are combined and used together in the morning, one amplifies the circulatory benefit of the other by a significant multiplying factor. This creates a vascular synergy that accelerates improvement far beyond what either oil can achieve independently. Before we get into the list, I want to ask you something. Type just one word in the comments section right now: dizziness, coldness, or heaviness. Tell me which circulation symptom you are experiencing most. I want to see what the people watching this are actually dealing with. Here's what you need to understand about how poor circulation actually develops. It does not typically arrive suddenly or without warning. It builds gradually and quietly over months and years as inflammatory activity accumulates inside the arterial walls and the mechanical efficiency of blood movement decreases. When oxygen and essential nutrients cannot reach the brain, the heart, or the legs with sufficient consistency, the body communicates that deficit through fatigue, numbness, cold extremities, and mental fog that clouds thinking and concentration. The genuinely encouraging reality is that this process is not a fixed biological destiny. Science has consistently demonstrated that specific natural fats, and in particular certain oils, have the capacity to calm arterial inflammation, support the health of blood vessel walls, and facilitate blood moving more freely through the circulatory system. As you watch this, consider the oils currently present in your kitchen. For many years, people were told that all dietary fats were dangerous. Many people responded by switching to heavily processed vegetable oils, without understanding that these choices can actually worsen systemic inflammation and contribute to arterial stiffening over time. What we consume daily quietly shapes the health of our circulation, either helping blood vessels relax and function well, or pushing them progressively toward damage. Today, we are walking through 7 oils that research has linked to healthier arteries and improved circulation, along with practical guidance on using each one correctly. This one may genuinely surprise you. Sesame oil has been used quietly across centuries of traditional medicine, and yet it remains consistently underappreciated in modern conversations about vascular health. What distinguishes sesame oil from a circulatory standpoint is its distinctive antioxidant profile, particularly compounds called sesamol and sesamin. These antioxidants provide meaningful protection to blood vessels against oxidative stress, which is one of the earliest and most damaging processes in arterial disease. They support healthier blood pressure regulation and reduce the low-level inflammation present within arterial walls, inflammation that represents one of the primary early drivers of plaque formation. Sesame oil also supports the health of the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels that governs how efficiently arteries expand and contract in response to blood flow demands. When this lining is well protected, blood moves more smoothly and oxygen is delivered more efficiently to the brain, the heart, and the legs. An additional practical advantage is its reasonable heat stability, making it suitable for light cooking applications. However, moderation remains essential. Excessive amounts can contribute unnecessary caloric load and may negatively influence lipid balance in people already managing elevated triglycerides or cholesterol. For most adults, prioritizing circulation health, 1 to 2 tablespoons daily, represents a sensible and effective upper boundary. Avocado oil is one that I recommend regularly because it integrates naturally and effectively into a lifestyle focused on heart and circulation health. Avocado oil is particularly rich in omega-9 fatty acids, most significantly oleic acid, which has been consistently and repeatedly linked to meaningful improvements in cholesterol balance. When oleic acid replaces refined carbohydrates or degraded fats in the diet, LDL cholesterol levels tend to decline while protective HDL cholesterol is preserved more effectively. This shift directly reduces the conditions that create plaque formation and progressive arterial narrowing. What further sets avocado oil apart is its impressive resistance to heat. It maintains its structural integrity at higher temperatures without breaking down into the inflammatory byproducts that make other oils dangerous when heated. This makes it reliably safe for sautéing, roasting, and light pan cooking. From a metabolic standpoint, avocado oil is particularly valuable for individuals dealing with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. Stabilized blood sugar and healthier dietary fats work in concert to reduce vascular inflammation, addressing two contributing factors simultaneously rather than just one. Virgin coconut oil generates significant confusion in health conversations, largely because it behaves quite differently from most other dietary fats. Virgin coconut oil is rich in medium-chain triglycerides, commonly referred to as MCTs. These fats are processed differently in the body, metabolized rapidly by the liver rather than being stored as adipose tissue. They are converted efficiently into usable energy. From a circulatory perspective, this matters because excess stored body fat and insulin resistance are both closely linked to vascular inflammation and the conditions that promote plaque accumulation in arterial walls. What is particularly noteworthy from a circulation standpoint is how virgin coconut oil influences the movement of cholesterol through the body. When used in controlled and modest quantities, research indicates it can elevate HDL cholesterol, the form that participates in what is called reverse cholesterol transport. This process involves HDL carrying excess LDL cholesterol away from arterial walls and returning it to the liver for appropriate processing and elimination. An additional practical benefit is its exceptional resistance to oxidation under heat, making it less likely than many refined vegetable oils to produce harmful chemical compounds during cooking. That said, virgin coconut oil remains high in saturated fat. For most adults focusing on heart and circulation health, limiting intake to approximately 1 teaspoon per day represents an appropriate and sensible boundary. Black garlic oil represents a fascinating example of how a specific food preparation process can dramatically enhance rather than diminish health-supporting properties. Black garlic is produced by slowly aging fresh garlic under carefully controlled temperature and humidity conditions over an extended period. This aging process significantly amplifies its antioxidant capacity compared to raw garlic, creating a concentration of protective compounds that far exceeds what the fresh form provides. One of the key compounds generated through this process is S-allylcysteine, which helps neutralize oxidative stress within blood vessel walls, a primary driver of arterial damage and progressive plaque formation. Research suggests black garlic oil can help reduce LDL cholesterol levels while simultaneously supporting mild vasodilation, gently encouraging blood vessels to relax just enough to allow improved blood flow. For people already experiencing cold hands, cold feet, or persistent heaviness in the legs, this translates into more consistent delivery of oxygenated blood to those peripheral areas. Because of its concentrated nature and potency, black garlic oil is best incorporated as a targeted functional addition rather than a primary cooking oil. A small amount blended into salad dressings or used in a manner similar to a functional supplement allows you to access its circulation-supporting effects practically and consistently. Flaxseed oil earns its position near the top of this list through sheer concentration of vascular benefit. It is the single richest natural plant-based source of alpha-linolenic acid, a form of omega-3 fatty acid that plays a central and well-established role in calming systemic inflammation throughout the body. Chronic inflammatory activity within arterial walls is one of the primary mechanisms through which blood vessels lose elasticity and progressively lose their capacity to regulate blood flow with precision. The omega-3 fatty acids concentrated in flaxseed oil directly address this by protecting the endothelium, the thin inner lining of blood vessels that governs both clotting behavior and vessel tone. When this lining is functioning well and protected from inflammatory damage, the risk of abnormal clot formation decreases meaningfully, and blood moves through the system more freely. This is especially relevant for older adults concerned about stroke risk, declining leg circulation, or early signs of atherosclerotic changes. There is, however, a critical handling requirement that determines whether flaxseed oil actually delivers its benefits. It is highly sensitive to heat exposure. Cooking with it destroys its beneficial fatty acids and generates harmful oxidized byproducts. Flaxseed oil must always be used cold, stirred into plain yogurt, incorporated into salad dressings, or blended into smoothies. The cold application method is not optional, it is essential. Extra virgin olive oil holds a unique and well-deserved position in the research literature on cardiovascular health. It is among the most extensively studied dietary fats in the history of nutritional science, and the findings consistently point in the same direction. Large population studies conducted across decades and multiple clinical trials demonstrate consistently that people who consume extra virgin olive oil as a regular part of their daily diet show significantly lower rates of heart disease, in some studies by as much as 40%. This is not a modest or marginal effect. It represents a substantial and clinically meaningful reduction in cardiovascular risk. What distinguishes extra virgin olive oil from other fats, including lower-grade olive oil varieties, is not simply its fatty acid composition, but its high concentration of polyphenols. These naturally occurring compounds actively reduce inflammatory activity within blood vessels. They also protect LDL cholesterol particles from oxidation, a step that is critically important in preventing plaque formation because it is oxidized LDL rather than LDL in its native form that adheres to and accumulates within arterial walls. Extra virgin olive oil also supports overall lipid balance, contributing to reductions in total cholesterol while preserving HDL over time. This creates an internal vascular environment in which arteries remain more flexible, more responsive, and more capable of appropriate dilation and contraction. Its versatility makes daily use practical. It can be used for gentle cooking without losing its protective properties, but it delivers the greatest circulatory benefit when used raw, drizzled over cooked vegetables, blended into dressings with fresh lemon juice, or added to a dish after the cooking process is complete. For most adults focused on circulation and heart health, 1 to 2 tablespoons consumed daily is sufficient to generate meaningful benefit. Consistency of daily use matters more than quantity on any given day. At the top of this list, we are not discussing a single oil. We are discussing a deliberate and strategic combination, and understanding why this pairing works is what makes it genuinely powerful. When chia seed oil is combined with extra virgin olive oil, 2 distinct but highly complementary mechanisms of vascular support are activated simultaneously within the bloodstream. Chia seed oil contributes a concentrated source of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids. Extra virgin olive oil contributes polyphenols that actively protect and soften the arterial wall. Together, they create a compounding effect, supporting cleaner, more flexible, and more responsive blood vessel function than either oil is capable of achieving working independently. The omega-3 fatty acids from chia oil work to calm inflammatory activity within the vessel wall and reduce blood viscosity, meaning blood moves with less resistance and greater ease through the circulatory network. Simultaneously, the polyphenols from olive oil protect endothelial cells, from oxidative damage and support healthy nitric oxide signaling, the mechanism that allows arteries to widen and contract appropriately in response to changing circulatory demands. This is especially significant for people over 60, where blood vessels have often begun losing elasticity and peripheral circulation to the legs, hands, and feet has started declining. The practical implementation is simple and sustainable. 1 teaspoon of chia seed oil combined with 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil, mixed into a small amount of warm water with a few drops of fresh lemon juice, creates a straightforward and gentle morning ritual. The warm water supports absorption of the oil-soluble compounds, and the lemon provides mild additional antioxidant support and aids digestive processing. Clinically, this pairing is particularly well suited to older adults who notice persistent cold hands or feet, recurring leg fatigue after modest activity, or early signs of diminished blood flow to the peripheral extremities. Understanding which oils to use is only half the picture. Understanding how to use them correctly determines whether you actually receive their intended benefits. Even the highest quality oils lose their protective properties when subjected to excessive heat. High temperature frying drives oxidation, and once an oil has oxidized, it no longer reduces inflammation. Instead, it generates it. Gentle cooking methods are always preferable, and using oils completely raw consistently delivers the greatest vascular benefit of all. Storage is another dimension that receives insufficient attention. The antioxidants and delicate fatty acids within these oils are sensitive to light exposure, heat, and contact with air. All beneficial oils should be kept in dark glass containers and stored in locations away from both direct light and heat sources. Improper storage degrades quality even before the oil reaches your plate. A frequently made mistake is overuse. Healthy oils are still calorie-dense, and consuming more than needed does not produce proportionally greater benefit. For most people, 1 to 2 tablespoons per day is entirely sufficient to support improved cholesterol balance and meaningful circulatory benefit. Daily consistency across weeks and months produces far greater cumulative results than large quantities used sporadically. Equal to knowing which oils to use is knowing which oils to actively avoid, especially after 60 when vascular resilience has already decreased. Highly refined vegetable oils, industrial soybean oil, and mass-produced canola oil being the most prevalent examples, represent a significant and pervasive concern. These products are subjected to heavy industrial processing that strips away naturally occurring protective compounds, leaving behind oils rich in omega-6 fatty acids that readily fuel systemic inflammation. This inflammatory burden irritates the endothelial lining of arteries, making them progressively more vulnerable to stiffness and plaque accumulation over time. The particular challenge with these oils is their ubiquity. They are present in the overwhelming majority of packaged food products, used throughout restaurant kitchens, and even featured in products actively marketed as healthy choices. Repeated daily exposure establishes a persistent background level of vascular stress that the body, particularly the aging body, struggles to repair effectively. Reheated cooking oil presents a separate but equally serious concern. Oils used repeatedly for frying undergo chemical transformations that produce harmful free radicals and toxic compounds. These substances directly damage the inner surfaces of blood vessels and impair the artery's capacity to relax and dilate as needed. I also want to address misleading product labeling. Terms like light oil or cholesterol-free sound reassuring and health-forward. In reality, they often indicate highly refined industrial products that have been deodorized, bleached, and chemically altered during processing. From a prevention standpoint, becoming a careful label reader is a genuine act of health protection. Oils described as cold-pressed or unrefined are substantially more likely to retain the protective polyphenols and stable fatty acids that support vascular health. Let me quickly bring together everything we have covered today. Number 7, sesame oil. Provides antioxidant compounds that protect blood vessel walls. Limit to 1 to 2 tablespoons daily. Number 6, avocado oil. Delivers oleic acid for improved cholesterol balance and is heat stable for everyday cooking. Number 5, virgin coconut oil. Supplies MCTs for rapid energy conversion and supports HDL cholesterol. Limit to 1 teaspoon daily. Number 4, black garlic oil. Concentrated source of S-allyl-cysteine for arterial protection. Best used as a functional supplement addition or in cold dressings. Number 3, flaxseed oil. The richest plant-based omega-3 source available. Must always be used cold in salads, yogurt, or smoothies. Never heated. Number 2, extra virgin olive oil. Provides polyphenols that actively reduce arterial inflammation. 1 to 2 tablespoons daily, used consistently. Number 1, chia seed oil combined with extra virgin olive oil. The most powerful combination for comprehensive circulation support. 1 teaspoon of each mixed together in a morning routine. If there is one insight I want you to leave with today, it is this. A single spoonful of the right oil, used consistently and correctly, can function as daily targeted support for your heart, your brain, and your entire circulatory system. But the outcome depends entirely on selecting the right oil, using it at the right time, and applying it in a way that supports rather than undermines your blood vessels. Here is the challenge I am extending to you. Choose one oil from today's list that you have not yet incorporated into your routine. Perhaps flaxseed oil, perhaps black garlic oil, or perhaps the chia seed and olive oil morning combination. Use it consistently every day for 7 days. Pay genuine attention to how your body responds. Do your legs feel noticeably lighter during your walks? Is your blood pressure more consistently stable when you measure it? Are you thinking with greater clarity or sleeping more deeply and restoratively? These kinds of shifts, even subtle ones, are early signals that circulation is beginning to improve and your arteries are beginning to respond. Then come back to this video and share in the comments which oil you tried and what you observed after those 7 days. Your personal experience has real value for other seniors watching this who are trying to understand which approach might work best for them. If you found this information useful and relevant to your situation, share it with someone over 60 who is dealing with circulation challenges. This kind of straightforward, practical change could meaningfully improve someone's daily quality of life. Subscribe to this channel for more evidence-grounded health content created specifically for seniors over 60 who want to take an active role in protecting their health. I am Dr. Eric Berg. Let your kitchen become your most accessible source of medicine. Replace what is not supporting your health and give your body the specific nutritional inputs it needs to function well as you age. If you want stronger and lighter legs, more reliable circulation throughout your body, and greater freedom of movement in your daily life, do not continue ignoring this. Begin incorporating these oils with consistency. Many people begin noticing meaningful differences sooner than they expected. Your body retains the capacity to heal and adapt regardless of your current age. Take action today. Give your legs and your vascular system the support they have been waiting for. Take care of yourself. I will see you in the next one.